The environment seems great, but it's secretly deadly. Those vast vineyards producing incredible wine to be shipped off world. Yeah, they're secretly... they're just vineyards? Well, what about the Nerf? A 4'3" furry beast. They've got to be deadly, right? What? So they're basically just cows. This planet is known for its peaceful philosophy and art. Why is it even on this list? There's nothing wrong with this planet. Oh, that's right. The Death Star. Moving on. Next, we have Kashyyyk, the towering forest world where the legendary Wookiees live. On the surface, it sounds awesome. Giant trees, cool vibes, and the chance to hang out with some of the galaxy's most iconic walking carpets. But don't get too comfortable, because the Sheik wants you dead. The trees here aren't just tall, they're skyscraper level tall. One wrong step and you're plummeting hundreds of meters to your doom. And that's not even the worst part. High up in the canopy, razor wings patrol the skies. Massive birds with blade-like beaks that can slice you open mid-flight. They swoop down on anything that moves, and unless you're very quick or very lucky, you'll be turned into takeout. Descend a little lower and things don't get any better. The mid-levels of the forest are crawling with agile monkey-like predators called tree howlers. They move in packs, darting through the branches with sharp claws and even sharper teeth. If they spot you, you're done for. But the real nightmare is on the forest floor. Down here, everything gets bigger, meaner, and more aggressive. Massive beasts prowl the undergrowth. Creatures strong enough to tear through metal, let alone you. The ground is unstable, full of sinkholes and quicksand pits, turning every step into a potential death sentence. Even the plants are out to get you. Some vines have a nasty habit of grabbing passerbys, coiling around limbs and pulling them into the shadows. You're not walking through a forest, you're walking through a living, breathing trap. And then there are the Wookiees themselves. Sure, they're brave, noble, and loyal, but here on their home turf, they're also fierce, territorial warriors. One wrong word, one accidental insult, and you might find out exactly how strong a Wookiee is. And let's just say, they don't always settle things with a calm chat. So yeah, Kashyyyk may look like a nature lover's paradise, but step foot here without an invite and just see how well it goes for you. But that's nothing when you compare it to Geonosis, a dusty, rocky wasteland with a history as brutal as its terrain. This planet is where the Clone Wars first ignited, and later where the Empire quietly began constructing the Death Star. Beneath its rocky surface lies a legacy of war, death, and industrial horror. The native Genosians are creepy, insect-like beings that operate like a hive. They are brilliant engineers and even more ruthless warriors. They built massive droid factories that help power the war machine, and they absolutely do not welcome outsiders. If you cross them, best case scenario, you're enslaved and worked to the bone. Worst case, you're tossed into one of their infamous fighting pits as live bait for something hungry. But honestly, you might not even make it far enough to meet them, because Geonosis itself is already trying to kill you. By day, the heat is unbearable. Step outside for more than a few minutes and you'll start cooking alive under the relentless twin suns. By night, it's the opposite. The temperature plummets so fast you'll freeze solid before you can shiver. And thanks to the planet's weak magnetic field, solar radiation blasts through the atmosphere with no mercy, adding another lovely layer of death to your stay. Sure, you can breathe the air, technically, but good luck doing that while dodging rock slides. Geonosis is littered with towering stone formations that can collapse without warning. So one minute you're admiring the scenery, and the next you're part of it. And just when you think you've seen it all, the sandstorms hit. They aren't your average gust of wind either. They're skin-stripping, vision-blurring weather events that tear across the landscape like a freight train made of knives. Once you're caught in one, you're not escaping. You're wandering blind, shredded by the storm, lost and torn apart in an endless ocean of dust. So yeah, welcome to the galaxy, where everything from the ground to the sky is trying to make sure you never leave alive.